enabling tool of what we call cancel culture or wokeness is language. People are put into categories to which names are assigned, and this supposedly captures who they are and what should be done with them politically. The whole business of racial identification is not about advancing the quality of the human condition and human dignity. It's about progressive politics. The left puts people in racial categories as instruments towards their political agenda. In 1977, the Federal Interagency Committee on Education produced a 5-race classification for the American population: American Indian, Alaskan Native, Asian, Pacific Islander, Black, White, Hispanic. These categories over time continued to undergo changes and refinements. For instance, the Hispanic category emerged in the 70s, and the legislation described this group as, in quotes, Americans who identify themselves as being of Spanish-speaking background and trace their origins from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Central and South America, and other Spanish-speaking countries, end quote. So, an American with roots in Spain and an American with roots in Peru wind up in the same category simply because their country of origin was Spanish-speaking. Hispanic is neither race nor ethnicity. It is a category of political design including individuals from 20+ countries with no other commonality other than the language that their grandparents spoke. In the 2020 census, for instance, there are about 19 different possibilities for you to self-identify your category. Recently, in all of this, I came across a beautiful short video of the great Nobel Prize winner in physics, Richard Feynman, and he was talking about knowledge. Feynman began his legendary career, as you may recall, working on the Manhattan Project, which developed the first atomic bomb. And then he ended his career. He finished as a member of the commission that investigated the cause of the fatal explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986. Well, the video starts with a headline, "Names Don't Constitute Knowledge." Feynman recalled walking through a park with his dad, with his father he was telling him the names of different birds in different languages.
When you know all the names in every language of that bird, you know nothing, but absolutely nothing about the bird.
Consider what Feynman tells us in his observation, that names don't constitute knowledge. If we look in the Bible, for instance, in the book of Genesis, it says, God had formed out of the ground every beast of the field, every bird of the sky, and brought them to the man to see what he would call each one. And whatever the man called each living creature, that remained its name. And the man assigned names to all the cattle and to all the birds of the sky. End quote of the Bible. What it tells us is God creates. Man does not create reality. He just names it. Politics is the exact opposite. Rather than naming a reality that precedes him, of which he is a part of, the progressive political man pretends to create reality with the language and the names that he chooses. America was founded to be a free nation under God. Our government was not designed to replace God, but to be subservient to God. And this theory of wokeness is dangerous. Wokeness cancels the pursuit of truth and the freedom to speak the truth. Wokeness will reduce America to a weak, balkanized country where everyone is at his neighbor's throat, rather than enhancing an America of unique individuals cooperating in unity that produces greatness. Wokeness will destroy America, so it must be confronted and purged from our country.